I feeling nothing. I'm numb. I decided to finally get this off my chest, even though this happened fairly. In the beginning, it was extremely challenging, but eventually I got the hang of it. My partner would handle majority of the bills and expenses while I'd take care of the kids. Housework, dinner, and make his lunches for work. My partner worked overnight shifts, so on top of taking care of the children, I was in charge of waking him up for work, which wasn't an easy task at all. Much like a child, he'd throw fits and yell as I attempt to wake him alarm after alarm. All the while, I cook dinner and get the kids ready for bed. He comes in bearing gifts, but I could hardly make eye contact because my mind is racing with suspicion. Another day passes. It's time for him to go to work again. This time I check his phone before because I have that same feeling again. Unlike last time, he was pretending again, so I played along. I made his lunch extra special this time. I seasoned every dish with as much Morton salt as I could. I filled his fancy flask with dishwater. I made his sandwiches that he loves so much with spit and old fish grease. I kissed him goodbye and told him I loved him with so much excitement, asking if I knew anything. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, as he showers like clockwork, I check his phone. To my surprise, I see text messages between him and young lady who lives in the same apartment building as us. He's telling her how he's on his way to her to give her vitamin D. Silence. I've got better things to raise my children and myself. They just met the day before. My heart sinks. I log into his phone account and the rent receipts I'd been quietly collecting from my new job. I had already signed a lease on a small apartment just 2 complexes down. My sister was helping me move the next day while he was at work. He had me wake him up, make him lunch, and looked me in my eyes and said he was leaving for work. This was the ultimate betrayal. How could he do this? I hear the water stop. I quickly jump and put the phone back where I found it. This is where I go completely numb. Eventually he'd wake up, but not late it'd be too late, because then it'd be my fault. I'm a stay-at-home mom, or at least I was. I went upstairs to our apartment and grabbed every messy condiment I could find, and I decorated his car. I filled it with the trash he'd been neglecting to take out. Dirty Pampers, rotten tissue, waste, etc. I blacked out. I couldn't wait for him to see the mess I made. I sat calmly on the couch, sipping coffee, our baby boy on my lap, his daughter quietly playing nearby. It could be worse. This is the beginning of when you break a person. I had my first child with my partner, a beautiful baby boy, back in May of this year. My partner worked hard and was promoted twice in less than a year, bringing in more money to our household and boosting his ego. I continued to do my part: cook, clean, make his lunch, and wake him for work. One night I'm doing my usual routine cooking, making his lunch, and then I wake him for work. But this time something felt off. My intuition was telling me something. I tried to fight these thoughts, but I just couldn't. The new addition to our little family, including his daughter from a previous relationship that I took care of as my own and refers to me as mommy. I was so excited to have a family of my own. I've worked most of my life, including my entire pregnancy, so being a stay-at-home mom was very new to me. I will say my partner was mostly faithful, with some slip-up where I did catch texts of him flirting with coworkers or old flings. And we had one big cheating incident a few weeks before I went into labor. Why I stayed? I don't know. Helplessness? I'd run through our apartment complex into a trail not too far. Shockingly, while on my run, I saw my partner's car parked at a different part of our complex, and my heart sunk into my chest. Why was he here? He said he was going to work. I checked my phone, and lo and behold, his location was turned off. Funny enough, we only shared locations as his idea to prove his loyalty to me. Wanting a family of my own like I never had? I don't know. Maybe. After the birth of my son, things seemed to be getting better. That night after he left for work, I went for my usual run after I put the kids to bed, having my sister look after them. He comes home earlier than usual. The next day, I act close. I don't know what to think. He hops out the shower talking to me. Normally, I act oblivious and ask him about work. He says it was any easy night. I bet it was. Later that night, when I went on my run and saw his car parked once again in the same spot I lost it, and this was the beginning of my ending, of the version of me that tolerated, endured, and held everything in silence. He came home the next morning furious, storming in, yelling about the car, cursing whoever did it. He screamed, "You should ask the girl you were giving your vitamin D to." His face dropped. I stood up and handed him a folded note and sighed, a printed screenshot of the messages. "I'm done. The kids and I are leaving. You can stay here with your lies." He didn't say a word. As I packed the last box the next day, I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't look back. That numbness I once felt, that was grief.